So from the research I've gathered and the information I've got from watching other YouTube videos myself, there are many skills that you need. Camera skills, editing skills, sound recording skills, presenting skills, social media skills, and research skills. I'll talk about them individually right now. So with camera skills, you need to know how to show yourself visually in the best way, especially that is if you are showing yourself. Or if you are filming something else, you need to basically make the quality as good as it can be, because that's where the audience gets hooked. If you are filming yourself, make sure you are the main focal point. You need to make sure you are in the middle of the camera for starters, because otherwise if it's a video that the audience can't see, they are not going to bother watching it straight away. But then that also links with sound recording skills, because what people do not know is that sound is actually slightly more important than video. The reason is because if the sound quality is not there at all, why would you want to watch a video that may be good in the quality of visual, but if the sound's not there, how are they interested? If you look at other YouTube videos, a lot of them have music faded in the background, so there's no dead silence, because the silence adds to awkwardness. Where there's music in the background, you can add comedy to it, or you can add anything interesting, because the sound gets the emotion in. If you want something sad, you put sad music behind it, and that's where the sound makes the art of that part of the video. But then you go towards editing skill. Now editing skills, that is where a lot of it shapes up together. Especially for me, I enjoy editing, it's amazing. You can add so many elements to it. This is where you can mix the visual and the sound together. So it's like where I mentioned about putting the music behind something, editing is where you do it. Where editing is all that hard work that you need to put up with if you want to make the best YouTube video, especially if you're a starter. Obviously later on in life, as I've already mentioned in 2 other videos, you can eventually hire people to edit for you, but the first thing when you start YouTube, you have to edit yourself. And if you make it nice and sharp and crisp, then the audience will love everything that you've done. That's if they're into the content that you do. Editing's also important because you can edit out any mistakes that you've made, so you can make it look as perfect as possible. Now another importance for the type of YouTube you are would be presenting skills. So if you look at KSI, you look at PewDiePie, you look at WatchMojo, you look at any of these most known videos, being a presenter is what they all do. They speak their mind, they speak anything towards it, and if they are an interesting character or an interesting individual perhaps, the audience will be invested into what they're saying. So when you do YouTube, you need to make sure you sound interesting, because if you do not sound interesting, you most likely have a video that someone else has made that's almost identical to what you've made with the same topic. And if they have a more interesting voice than you do, then they're going to listen to them instead. So if you are a slow speaker and a mellow speaker and too afraid to just be yourself, then no one's going to communicate with you on the comments. No one's going to want to tune in and watch more. If you showed your passion through presenting, then maybe there will be members of the audience that are actually into what you're saying because you're into what you're saying. There's always that saying, if you believe it, then they'll believe it. Now we go on to social media skills. What do I mean by social media skills? Basically, you need to be able to put yourself out there on any other social media basis other than YouTube. So if you have made a YouTube video, don't just expect people to pop up and watch it. The first thing you need to do is show people you know on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Constantly sell yourself out there, and maybe people will share you from that. Every time a YouTuber starts, they get people they know to watch, because that's the best way to start with an audience. And hopefully from there, your friends will help you spread that. Spread the videos that you have made. Other things on social media skills is the comment section below on Twitter. Always know how to involve your audience through social media. If you say like, subscribe, comment, tell me your opinion on what I've just said. Tell me your opinion on the video. Did you like it? Do you want more? What else should I make? Make it seem like your audience is in control, because the more you know what your audience want, the more you know what videos to make, the more content that you've just created through making your audience enjoy what you make. Because if you're asking them what they want and you give them what they've just said that they want, then you're set. Now the last set of skills may be the most boring skills, but at the same time they are very important, especially for the YouTubers that are creating news stories and opinion stories. So if you're going to have an opinion on something, you need to make sure you have every single fact and figures that you have. So if you're going to make a political YouTube video, there's no way that people will accept what you've just said if you don't seem like you know what you're talking about. Obviously people have opinions, but then if your opinion had loads of research and knowledge behind, then people will invest and know everything that you've said and actually accept what you've just said about it. So that's all the YouTube skills that you need to become a good YouTuber. Within the next video, which is my final video, and I'm going to explain to you my theory on what's going to happen with YouTube and where it's going to go moving forward. So the future of YouTube itself.